Hey guys, it's Miss Glad. Just checking in with you. Today is Wednesday. I'm going to explain what's going to be going on for Wednesday and Thursday since I am not here. Wednesday, if you please get into your daily doc. So it's actually the weekly doc, but here's the daily doc. And notice that Wednesday you are practicing learning target 4, so surface area of cylinders. So this number 20 is homework number 20 that will be graded. It is in class kick. So period 6, you're going to click on the period 6 link. Period 7, you're going to click there. So once you get into your daily doc, go ahead and click on either period 6 or period 7. Now it's going to be very important that you've got your whiteboards near you. Your whiteboards, grab a towel, you've got your markers because you're going to be doing a lot of calculating, which means you need a calculator as well. Okay, so get yourself all set up so that you are ready to roll for this class kick. Now, once you get into class kick, I'm going to show you, we're going to go through number 1 together. So this class kick has multiple pages, and on here, as you are completing your work, I'm going to show you how this clue or this riddle actually goes, because it's a nice way to kind of self-check. So the question here says, why did Humpty Dumpty have a great fall? This page is really optional. You wouldn't have to do the clues, but again, it's nice, and it's nice to know that you get your answers correct. So you're going to go ahead and so notice that there's these numbers at the top. Those are going to be your responses to your answers for each question. So there's 13 problems. When you get your answer, they're going to relate back to these. And then you have notice Y all the way through I, different possible solutions. So let's jump into this first one. So again, notice you've got questions 1, 2, 3, 4 on this first page. You can use all of this space lower to do your work, or if you wish to use your whiteboard and screenshot, you can do that. So I'm going to go through this question number 1 with you to kind of model how you should be working these out. So it says, hint, remember that lateral area is the area of the rectangular part of the cylinder. If this was a soup can, the leader should be lateral. Here we go. The lateral area is the label part. Okay, so use 3.14 for pi and don't write units in the self-scoring boxes. So in here, when you find your solution, if you double click, and it's not letting me right now because I'm in a teacher mode. So I'll show you in just a little bit. So let's find the lateral area. So basically they want you to find the area of the rectangle first, and then you'll add on the 2 circles for the total area. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my marker, and I'm going to just draw this out like we've done in class. So I'm going to take my 2 circles. So 1 circle, 2 circles, and my rectangular part. So here's my rectangular part. Sorry, my drawings are awful, but we get the pick. So here is my lateral area. So the lateral area is the rectangular part. So remember, the rectangular part, this bottom length is the circumference, which we use pi times diameter. Okay, and we're going to multiply that by the height. So if I look back up in my problem here, I need to point out a couple of things. First of all, my radius is equal to 5, which means my diameter, I'm going to put this on here too, is equal to 10. Because I'm going to need the diameter, I'm going to use my radius, and I see the height of this whole cylinder, h equals 12. So now when I go back down, I'm going to go ahead and calculate the lateral area first. So I'm going to use 3.14 for pi, 3.14 times my diameter. My diameter is 10. I'm going to use parentheses to show multiplying. And I need to multiply pi times d times my height, which here I see my height is 12. Okay, so I'm going to switch this color. So on my calculator, I'm going to go 3.14 times diameter 10 times height 12. Okay, so I'm going to grab my calculator right now and do that. 3.14 times 10 times 12 equals, I get a total of lateral area here of 3 76.8. Okay, so now I'm going to click on the writing tool, and then when I click inside my box, click here to type. So I'm going to put in there, and again, I have my teacher view on here, so I'm going to click on there, and it would be 376.8. It's not wanting to do that real well. So you're going to click in the green box. 376.8. Okay, and once that's in there, okay, now that's good. I'm just going to go back and check. So my lateral area, I'm going to look on my first page and look for a number that has 3. Goodness. Did it stay? Yes. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, there we go. So 376. 376. Do we see that? 3. There it is, 376.8. So I see that here as letter D. Okay, so question number 1, the answer in the box is 376.8. So I'm going to go back and find my 1. Here's a number 1. The number 1 holds the letter D. So wherever you see a number 1, you're going to put a letter D in. And I'm happy I have my solution, so there's my D. So that one is done. So number 1 is D. Now, let's go back and figure out the total area. So we've got the lateral area. We got the area of my rectangle. Now we want to do the total area. So if you remember, we want to find the area of our 2 circles. So the area of our circle is pi times radius squared. So on my calculator, that would actually be 3.14 times my radius, which is 5, and that's going to be squared. I would have given myself a little bit more space here, but I think you guys can see it okay. So I've got 3.14 times 5 squared. That's the area of 1 circle. So I'm going to go ahead and calculate that. Remember, we've got to do our exponents first. So 5 squared is going to be 5 times 5, which is 25, times 3.14 equals 78.5. So here I've got 78.5. Now remember, that's 1 circle. I still have the other circle, which is identical, 78.5. So I need to add both of these together plus my lateral area. So 78.5 plus 78.5 plus 376.8 equals my grand total area of 533.8. And I just use the pen tool for right now to write in since my teacher mode is not as friendly. So number 2 is 533.8. So I'm going to go back and look for that. 533.8. Here it is, U. So U will be in all the number 2s. So I'm looking for number 2. Oh, so here's a U. Looking for number 2. Here's a U. I think those are all the number 2s. Okay, so I've just completed question 1 and 2. I did the lateral area and the total area. So now I would move on to my next question. So my next question here, I'm just going to move this over a little bit. So my next question is another surface area. So the lateral area and then the total area. So again, I am very visual. I like to draw out my circles. 1 circle, 2 circles. There's my top and bottom base. And here is the rectangular part. Now I know this cylinder is laying on its side. You could redraw it if you wish. I like to have mine sitting up. Okay, so remember here the height, because it was laying down, is a 10. And it looks like the radius here is a 4. So radius equals 4, which means diameter equals 8. And then the height is 10. So to start your lateral area, you're going to do pi times the diameter times the height. So now you can put your numbers in. So I've got 3.14 times my diameter, which is 8. So this is times 8. And I'm going to multiply all of that times my height, which is 10. So when I multiply my length times my height, I will get my lateral surface area. So that's just the the rectangular part. So that will be my number 3. Okay. And then you'll need to find the area of your circles and add them all up to find your total. So these questions, you're going to notice that again, that's questions 1 through 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. Notice number 11, there's a freebie on here, free answer. So here is the solution. It's 271.296. Let's go find out what letter that will be. 271. So I'm going to backtrack to the first one. So 271. Oh, here it is. So number 11 will be the letter A. So let's find 11. You're going to put an A right here. Here's another 11, an A, another 11, A. Okay, so look at that. So as you work your way through, you will have your solution. So if you get an answer that you can't find on that first page, you know you did something wrong. So there's a total of 13. Again, use your whiteboards. You will need your calculators. There's 2 word problems. I would recommend drawing a picture for them. Here you've got a can of tomato juice. Here a steel oil tank with a cylinder gives you all of the measurements. Okay, so this is assigned on Wednesday. When you are all finished, I will be grading these. Tomorrow, Thursday, check out your list for tomorrow. You have a check-in. That's item number 21. So homework 21. Again, use your whiteboard to help. I also assigned an integer booklet, so you can go at your own pace on this. It's a great big integer review, adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing. And then, of course, down here, I'm just checking, did you finish your class kick from yesterday? So this completes all of Wednesday and Thursday's learnings. Be very respectful. Thank you for working hard. And I will see all of you on Tuesday. June 1st. Have a great day, guys. Bye.